What is going on with your gut? So, today we're going to be talking about three main culprits of what could be happening inside your digestive system that is causing you problems. I am Dr. Savannah Hobbs. I am doctor of both functional and natural medicine here in Huntsville, Texas, and the founder of Stillness, Inflammation, and Wellness Center. So, there are three common enemies that we look at when we talk about the gut. One is parasites, one is bacterial overgrowth, and one is fungal overgrowth. So, usually, one of these guys are taking over your small intestines, and that's why you're having so much problem. So, one thing when we talk about parasites, there are different kinds of parasites that the human body can have, as well as different stages. And each are going to have a very different symptom depending on what is going on. We also see this a lot in pet owners. If you have pets, if you work out on the farm, there is a higher chance that you actually have a parasite in you. So, some common broad symptoms that we talk about are maybe fatigue, unexplained weight loss, itching in both the skin. You have skin issues as well as itching when it comes to the anus at night, abdominal pain, altered bowel habits. One moment you have constipation, one moment you have diarrhea, gas and bloating, nausea and vomiting, changes in your appetite, nutrition deficiencies when you're eating healthy. We see a lot of people that think they're anemic. It's actually a parasite behind that anemia, as well as vitamin B12. If you're eating everything you should be and you are completely eating healthy like you should, but you're having deficiency somewhere, this can be a sign that you have a parasite, as well as insomnia and skin issues. So when we talk about bacterial overgrowth, there's usually some key players that we look at as well. So usually it happens bloating. So about 30 minutes after you eating, if you start feeling bloating and gas, any belly pain, this could be a sign that you have that bad bacteria in there growing. So diarrhea, constipation, again, if you're eating right and you're having some nutritional deficiencies, again, they're trying to survive as well, so they're going to be taking your nutrients. If you take too many Tums, so if you're someone that has heartburn all the time and you just constantly taking Tums, you actually lower your stomach acid. And we do not want lower stomach acid. This causes a lot of problems. And one problem that it does cause is makes that bacteria grow in your stomach. Another one is skin issues. So if you have like middle age and you're having acne, if you have rosacea, eczema, psoriasis that has all of a sudden popped out, this tells me that you have a bacteria overgrowth. And then we go to fungi. So fungus comes out in different ways. One, if you are brushing your teeth and you notice a little white coating in the back of your tongue, that tells me that there's probably fungus growing in your small intestines. If you keep getting yeast infections, whether yeast infections on your skin or yeast infections in your vagina, if you're a female, if you're getting, again, acne and bloating, excessive gas, belching, and indigestion, nausea, strong cravings for sugar, and then brain fog and fatigue are also signs that you may be having a fungal overgrowth in your small intestines. So what happens over time when these guys get in those intestines and they keep multiplying and keep growing, because they do, we get something called leaky gut. And leaky gut just means that the lining of your intestines becomes damaged and inflamed. And when we have this inflammation growing, it causes our cells to have these big gaps in between. When we have these gaps in between, this allows like bacteria, toxins, and undigested food to actually leave the intestines and get into our blood. And because it gets into our blood, our lymphatic system and our cardiovascular systems are those two main highways that bacteria and pathogens and other things can get into and actually hijack and move to other places. So once it gets into that blood, it can go anywhere into the body. So once you start getting that leaky gut, you get a wider symptoms and it just doesn't focus on your gut anymore. So you can get extremely fatigued. If you are extremely tired every day, this could be a sign. Brain fog, headaches, again, skin issues. And then a weird one that actually is a common sign is if you're having digestive pain, but you're also having joint pain. So those bacteria and pathogens, they like to go settle at the joints. So if you start having stomach issues and then you start having all of a sudden joint pain a few months later and like things are escalating, this is usually a sign that you have this inflammation of the gut, and it's usually caused by one of those three people, the parasite, the fungus, or the bacteria. So that is one of the things that we do check for at Stillness Inflammation and Wellness Center. So if you are having these issues, please make an appointment and come see me. So you can book online at embracestillness.org, or you can give us a call and set up that appointment.